Hi guys, and welcome to another pickups video. Just got a few games here to show you for last gen, the current gen, and a few retro titles as well. Start off with, I got a game for the PS3. It's one of those HD collections, and it was one that I'd been meaning to get now for a little bit. It was on the PS2. For some reason I never got them, but I got a second chance, and the games in question are the Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. So it's very nice to get these HD remakes. I look forward to getting the third game from Team Ico, which will be The Last Guardian. I've never played these games before, so I look forward to doing so at some point. Next set of games are for the PS2. I've got a few really good titles and managed to find some very good games for really cheap prices. So the first game I got was actually bought at in my local CEX, and that game was Resident Evil Dead Aim. It's sort of like a sort of on rails or free roaming shoot 'em up. I don't really know for sure. I've never played this game before. I've yet to play it. But you know, it was going for a cheap price, so I definitely had to pick it up. Next game I got was also another Resident Evil game for the PS2, and that was the first Resident Evil Outbreak. For those of you that saw the last pickups video, I picked up the second one. So it was fortunate that I saw this one at my local CEX as well. I've never played any of the Outbreak games. Haven't got around to playing them yet, but you know, I can't pass up Resident Evil games, so it was definitely nice to see that they were there and for such a cheap price as well. Next game I got on eBay off this seller who is basically sort of selling off all his games in almost like brand new condition. They are really sort of virtually mint, and he's selling them for like very cheap prices. So I've just sort of been picking them up as I've been going along. The first game that I got off him was Haven Call of the King. This game is sort of like a 3D platform game. But the selling point of this game is that it sort of combines different genres into one game, like racing and other such genres. I've yet to play it, but you know, it looks good, so I thought I'd pick it up. Another game I got is a fighting game. I had the first version of this game and I traded it away, so when I decided that I was going to start collecting for the PS2, I thought, you know what, I'm not just going to get the game I had before back. I may as well get the next version of it, and that game was Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution. You know, I've never really been a big fan of the Virtua Fighter series, but I do like them, and this one was going very cheap on eBay, so had to pick it up. Next game I got, again off the same seller that I'm currently buying the games off, from like very good condition, and this game was also going for a very good price, and it was one on my list, and that game is Dino Smoker. This is basically a sort of free roaming sort of shooting game, not first person shooter, like a light gun shooter, but you actually control where you can go. Very interesting game. It plays quite well actually, and you know, you can't go wrong. If you like your light gun games, then this is definitely one you should check out. It's definitely something different. It's sort of a fusion of a light gun and a first-person shooter game. It's kind of strange, but it does play very well. I recommend it. Again, from the same seller, these next set of games is from a series that started on the PS1. Never played any of them. In fact, I've never played any single game off this series. But the seller was selling these games at such great prices that I just thought, you know what, if I'm going to get them now, I may as well get them. And in the condition they were in, you know, can't go wrong. First game of the series is, it's the Legacy of Kain series. This is Blood Omen 2. Yeah, you know, it's like a 3D action platform game. Yet to play it, but you know, I've heard good things about the Legacy of Kain series, so you know, it's good to finally pick it up. Another game of that series is Soul Reaver 2. You know, I've, again, not played it yet, but you know, it looks good. Next game is Legacy of Kain Defiance. So again, I've heard a lot of good things about this game. You know, look forward to getting into this series. Yeah, just can't wait to try it out. The last game for the PS2 is one that I've been meaning to get for a very long time. It's part of one of my all-time favorite series, and this was a version that I had to get. I don't know what was wrong with me that I skipped on it when it actually came out, because it eventually became, you know, not hard to find, but definitely it sort of kept its value, and that is Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. And this is like a 3-disc version of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, but it also comes with playable versions of the original Metal Gear game from the NES and Metal Gear 2 again. So I had to get this, as I'm a big fan of the Metal Gear series. This was definitely a serious gap in my Metal Gear collection that I'm glad I finally got round to getting. Alright, next game I got is for the DS. It's quite a new release, but I had to get it. If you've seen my my DS collection video, then you know that I'm a big fan of Way Forward Studios. They're the company that did Contra 4, and also they did the game based on the Thor movie, and both those games were awesome. So when I heard that they were doing another game based off another well-known movie franchise, I had to get it, and sure enough, I'm not disappointed. And that game is Aliens Infestation. This is awesome. This game is sort of like Metroid, Castlevania style, but you know, it's a sequel to the James Cameron film. I've only played a little bit of it so far, but what I have played of it, I really like. Another real quality game on the DS. You know, if you own a DS, don't pass this up, because I can see this game becoming quite special later on down the line. Alright, the last couple of games are for the Megadrive, and you know, now I've sort of pretty much coming to the end of my Megadrive pickups now. I've pretty much got nearly all the games that I wanted to pick up for it. I think so far, off the top of my head, there's only one game that I'm really after, and it's going to be an expensive one. It's definitely not going to be cheap, so I'm biding my time with that one. But for the time being, I did pick up a couple of games, and the first one I got was Strider 2. This is not the official Strider 2, the one that came out on the PS1 by Capcom. This was made by US Gold. This game actually got a lot of bad press from the fans. They didn't like this one as much, because, you know, if you try to play it like the original Strider game, you would die. It's a lot sort of more slower paced platform game than the original Strider. But you know what? This is not a bad game. This is actually a really good game. I think it just got, you know, a bad reputation unfairly because it was a little bit different from the original, but it's still a solid action platform game. And you know, I own the PS1 Strider 2, and that is an excellent game, but this one is a really good game in its own right, and I'm very happy to get it. A lot of fun. Definitely don't sleep on it if you're picking up for the Megadrive, because this is top title. Alright, the last game is actually one that I picked up a while ago, and I just completely forgot to include it in my last pickups video. But it's a semi-rare gem, and it's a bit of a biggie. And that game was McDonald's Treasureland Adventure. This was made by Treasure, one of my favorite developers, and they used the McDonald's license, which don't be fooled by it, because you know the company that made this game are known for some serious classics like Gunstar Heroes, and this is actually a very, very good platform game with the usual charm that you would expect from Treasure. So yeah, very happy to get this. In fact, it's in excellent condition, complete. Never thought I was going to get this game so quickly and in the condition that it was in, and it wasn't even that expensive either. This was highly sought after by me for a long time, and I'm glad that I finally got this. Now I've only really got one big game to get for the Megadrive, and I think I'll be done with that really. But yeah. Alright guys, well that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. Yeah, and I'll come back soon. Thanks very much guys. Thank you. Bye.